Today we're going to go over an overview of the MyTransactions section of eEdge. The first step is going to be to log into mykw.kw.com, and once you've logged in, you're going to see your MyTransactions section here in your eEdge control panel. The first thing we're going to do is click on the plus sign next to MyTransactions, and we're going to go down to the second option, Transaction Home. This is going to take you right into the main home page of your transaction section. Now, as you can see right off the bat, you have the plus sign, and the plus sign is where you're going to create your loops. You also have a sample loop. If you click into the sample loop, it's going to give you a mini tutorial of where everything is within your loops. And then once you've begun creating loops, you'll see each loop off to the side here. This view here is called the grid view, so you'll be able to see all of your different loops as a grid. If you look up to the top right, you have this little red button that has 3 lines on it. If you click on that, that will actually switch you to what's called a list view. So that way you can see all of your loops in a nice long list instead of the grid view. It doesn't matter to us which way you look at your loops, it's all up to you. The nice thing with the list view is that you'll actually be able to see the status of your loop, as well as once you've submitted the loop for review to the office, you will also be able to see the office review status all in one. If you are on the grid view, unfortunately, those are not going to be available to look at. You're going to have to enter the loop in order to see that information. Again, though, it's completely up to you on how you want to look at your loops. Up on the very top, you're going to see this little smiley face. This is actually, no matter where you are in the MyTransactions section, if you click on the smiley face, it's going to simply route you back to your main loop page. So that way you can see all of your loops again. The next button is going to be your tasks. So within this new .loop section, you are actually able to assign different tasks to your clients and also to yourself for each loop. So that means that for a specific listing, if you need the seller to mow the lawn, you can actually create a task for your seller to mow the lawn. And once the seller has mowed the lawn, they can simply check off that they have completed that task. In order to see all of your tasks that have been assigned, have been completed, and are overdue, you can come right in here to the task section. The next option here is your people. Now this is a section that as you get more and more loops in here, you're probably not going to visit this people section too much, but it's important to know that it's here. Your people section is going to show you every single person that has been added to a loop, so that way you know who's in a loop and who is not. The next section, and this is going to be the most important section, is going to be your templates. In the template section, that is where all of the version now documents are. The version now documents are documents that you can actually type in and you can send for electronic signatures. Now, each office is a little bit different. So here at our offices, the office has created templates for different types of loops, such as we have one specifically for vacant land. We have one for my buyer, not my listing. We have listing, short sale, and traditional. What these are is if you actually select one of these options, it's going to bring up all of the documents that are absolutely required when we are submitting for review. What this does is a nice easy way for if you have a short sale listing, you know that when you come in here and you simply select all the documents, you know that you've got everything that you need. Now with our office as well, we have PDF electronic packets. What this is actually different electronic packets that agents can save to their computers and download. And what this does, this allows our agents to actually print out all the documents as one PDF that they will need for each different type of listing and sale. We also have PDF additional forms. So this is if we have, our office specifically has edited some of the forms to be a little bit more inclusive on the information. So what this does is we have added these in as a PDF. Again, this way, if your client does not want to use electronic signatures, that's fine. They don't have to. We've given the agents our PDF forms. The nice thing with this is if you do not have a loop yet, you can actually come into your templates without creating a loop, and you can find the documents that you need, and you can download them by simply selecting a document and clicking on the arrow down. You have the option to download. What that's going to do is going to allow you to actually save this document as a PDF to your computer. That way you can print it out whenever you need it. The next option up at the very top is this little white circle. This is you and your profile. So what you can do is you can actually complete your profile by adding a photo. When you add a photo, that's going to show whenever you send an email to your client, it'll have your photo next to it. So that way the client knows that it was you who selected it. You also have this option for the My Account. Under the My Account, this is where you are going to edit your settings. So as you come down, you can see your brokerage association. You can come down and you can add in your company information. What this does is on any of the sale documents, wherever it's asking for the company information, it will auto-populate for you. As you come up, you can also see off to the left-hand side you have notifications. So what this does is this is an option for you to decide how do you want to be notified when things come in. If a document is shared, do you want an email? If a document is signed, your signature is required, or a message is received, are you getting an email? Currently, everything is automatically checked off, which means that you are getting an email for absolutely everything that happens within your loops. What you can do is you can actually uncheck some of these so that way you don't get a notification when that action occurs. It's up to you how you want to be notified, so just make sure that you have it all set so that way you're emailed when you want to. Now again, as I said, we can simply come up here and click on the little smiley face to get back to your loops. And that's it. That's your overview of everything that's in the My Transactions section.